In terms of this weekend's game, in your view, do Spurs struggle after Champions League games in midweek?
I suppose I can hope so, but I don't expect them to. I watched them play the other night and their victory was very, very comfortable there. Excuse me. They've had a marvellous week so far. You know, the famous win at the Emirates on Sunday, wasn't it, I think, and then to go on Wednesday and beat Werder Bremen so comfortably. I'm certain their confidence is high, and I'm expecting to meet the Tottenham Hotspur that Harry has fashioned so well and that has done so well over the last year and a half. So we're preparing and trying to prepare ourselves for a very, very difficult encounter.
What did you learn from watching them the other night?
Well, I mean, we know quite a lot about them. You know, the team's been very stable now for a long period of time, and I've seen them play many times. So I don't think I learned anything, particularly the other night, which I didn't know, other than the fact that they're a very good team, and it would have taken a much better team than Werder Bremen on the night to cause them any problems.
And yet you're only 3 points behind them, Roy, and Liverpool supposedly haven't had the best of times over the course of the season.
No, we haven't. If you look at our record, really, if you take in the games we've played in the Europa League, then we haven't done that badly at all. You know, 5 defeats, I think it is, in something like 25 games. It's not that appalling a record, but of course we did have a very, very bad start, which saw us in the relegation zone, and that's something which Liverpool fans aren't particularly used to seeing or wanting to see. But luckily we seem to have pulled away from that precarious situation, but the league is still very, very tight, and unfortunately you're 3 points from the top and you're also 3 or 4 points from the bottom, so every game still has a vital importance.
A 2-goal win will move you above Spurs though, so can a one single game have a major bearing on your hopes of finishing fourth, that race for fourth place, or the top four I should say?
I think the record of the teams that are competing for the top places against each other are very important games. You know, I think you need to have a pretty positive statistic at the end of the season if you want to be in that group against the ones that you're going to consider to be your major rivals. So the game on Sunday for us takes on an enormous importance, but then I'm sure it does for Harry and Spurs as well, because the question could just as easily be put to him as it's put to me.
Liverpool have just won 2 away from home since beating Villa on December the 29th, so obviously before your time here. Have you been able to pinpoint why Liverpool have struggled for wins on the road?
No, I mean there's no obvious reason why that should be. I think to do so we'd have to play at the very, very top of our game, and I expect that goes for everybody, but I can't really comment on the distant past. I've had how many away games? 6 or 7 away games, and we've only won one of them. So, but having said that, we've travelled to quite difficult places, and we're travelling to a difficult place again.